A River State High Court has sacked the 7-man caretaker committee of the All Progressive Congress in the state, led by Tony Okocha, reinstated Emeka Beke, led executive committee of the party. Our Rise correspondent, Andy Omanu has the details.
Members of the Emeka Beke-led executive, other APC members and their well-wishers celebrating their victory at the High Court in Port Harcourt. In the judgment, Justice Sika Aprioku issued a perpetual injunction restraining the Okocha-led 7-man caretaker committee from taking further steps to distract the Beke-led democratically elected executive till the expiration of their 4-year tenure. The court also restrained the national leadership of the APC from further recognizing the Okocha-led executive. He held that the National Working Committee of the APC failed to prove reasons for its actions, which he ruled was in violation of the parties and the Nigerian Constitution. Justice Aprioku also slammed INEC for supporting the dissolution of a democratically elected executive of APC, cautioning that leadership of political parties must learn to obey their own constitution and stop acting recklessly and in impunity in managing their affairs. Counsels to the parties in the suit addressed the media after the judgment.
We would have had a 3/3 arrangement, but unfortunately we have 2/3. Now the option open to us in the circumstance is for us to come back because we are sure, we are optimistic of the fact that they had no jurisdiction. I mean, the so-called Tony Okocha-led ESCO, caretaker committee, to have meddled with the positions of the ward executive.
INEC was a participant in the congresses that brought about the ESCOs. And when they were elected, their names were sent to INEC. So their names are now in INEC's record. Therefore, it is now third-party interest. So there is no more internal affair. It has gravitated from internal affair to third parties, which is INEC. Therefore, it is just the same as Supreme Court decided in Amechi and INEC. Number two, even if they said we did anti-party how? Nobody proved it. So it was mere speculation.
The law is taller than everybody. The law is supreme. And the pronouncement of the court is the law, as of today. So, and what the court has said, restoring the people that were dissolved, is the law as at now. And we will get a copy, like I told you, and then advise our client appropriately.
However, the sacked chairman of the APC caretaker committee, Tony Okocha, has faulted the judgment. According to him, there is a pending court case instituted against the Beke-led executive. Expectedly, the victorious Beke was jubilant.
First, we want to believe that democracy has come to stay in Nigeria. We believe that judiciary has come to stay in Nigeria. We want to say, on behalf of the leadership of the party, which I find myself privileged to be the chairman of the party, I want to thank the judiciary for giving us this wonderful judgment. It's not about we at the time this whole thing happened, we've never committed any crime whatsoever. But I believe that judiciary are looking into the matter and believe that we have not committed any crime. That's why they're giving this judgment today.
Justice Aprioku held that the APC cannot benefit from its own illegality and that the caretaker committee never existed in the eyes of the law. From Port Harcourt, it's Andy Omanu, Arise News.
So joining us now is Emeka Beke, the reinstated chairman of the All Progressive Congress in River State. Great to have you, Mr. Beke. The opposition in your party is against the judgment. At first they said, why did you have to go the route of a vacation judge? That was not supposed to be the case. And also that you guys were scampering. That's why the judgment had to be delivered via Zoom. And they had initially reported that they don't trust, the discretion of the judge in this case. And they had written that he should recuse himself from all of this. And they're saying on this grounds that they're going to appeal. It's not my words. I'm sure you know a certain individual called the likes of Tony Okocha of this world. They said, no, it's not the judgment you got. What do you say to all of this, Mr. Beke?
Well, first, let me thank you for this opportunity given to me this morning to
stakeholders on this judgment that happened yesterday. You should know that this matter in the court have been over 6 months ago. Yeah. We've been in this battle with them. And finally, the court has given the judgment yesterday in our own favor and in favor of the party and in favor of those people who are duly elected by the Congress of our great party in Rivers State. What do you expect to hear from somebody who is already failed? You're expecting to say, look, we purchase adjustment. I don't have contact to any judge in Rivers State. I don't have any contact. We waited, followed the due process, and by the grace of God, we got that judgment yesterday. And the hope of the common man is the judiciary. The judiciary has given judgment yesterday. We expect that they will definitely complain. We expect that they want to go appeal. We are waiting for them. We'll go to appeal with them. This case will end in Supreme Court. But you can't take the right of the people.
Mr. Beke, but they said that in fact they had written that the judge should recuse himself in the first place because they had seen some signs.
I'm not aware of that.
Let me use that word. That's what they said. And
I'm not aware of that.
Why did it have to be given by a vacation judge? Why did it come and give the judgment at this time? So they are really disgruntled, and that's what they're saying. They're going to fight you out in the appeal. They're going to fight you out. Do you want to extend an olive branch to them?
Definitely. I'm going to call a meeting of stakeholders of the party on Thursday. I will invite genuine members of our party.
Is Tony Okocha a genuine member of your party?
Not somebody coming from Israel. He's not a member of this party. Everybody knows that Tony Okocha was a member of the SDP. He was a member of the party. He left for SDP.
Okay. All right.
And he's coming to play a script for somebody. It's not going to work.
Oh, Mr. Beke, I hear you. He's coming to play a script for someone. And even in your speech after the judgment, you talked about the APC working with you in the state. What would you say is the role of the APC in all of this? Because it seems like, because if you're saying that Chief Tony Okocha is from SDP, why would the APC then have him chair the caretaker committee in River State? That's one. The second part is INEC's role. Okay.
The truth.
Go on, please.
The truth you must know that Tony left the All Progressive Congress to SDP. It is a fact that everybody knows in Rivers State.
So why did the APC accept for him? So why did the APC accept for him to be
somebody, when you have somebody that is playing the script for, somebody can just pick somebody and put there, you know what has been happening in this country. Let's tell ourselves the truth. There's no need to pretend anymore. Somebody who never worked for it is coming to benefit.
So who is benefiting from this? Is he an APC member? No, it's important because
Tony is not an APC member. Let me say it clear. Tony is not a member of APC.
But then you haven't still answered my question. Then you haven't still answered my question around if he's not an APC member, why would the APC National Working Committee, for instance, instate him or put him in as the chairman of the caretaker committee? That's at variance. Is that not even anti-party to some extent? Who is the person that would want an SDP member to be chairman of the caretaker committee in River State?
Okay, you want to hear from me? I'm not scared of saying anybody.
Please go ahead.
You know the script that is happening in River State. A man who has never worked for the party wants to take the structure of the party in the state. That's what's happening in River State. He's playing somebody's script. I've said it clearly. He's playing somebody's script.
Okay.
And I said it clearly. Tony should come and prove to me whether his name is a member of any ward, his ward in Rumi, but if his name is a member of in our register. I have the register of the party in the state. He's still under my custody.
Okay, so while we're talking about issues concerning membership, because you're saying Tony Okocha is not a member, of course, there's the issue of the 27 lawmakers who we saw you welcoming so jubilantly and graciously. Are they now members of the APC? Because we know that the court has ruled that they're not. So what's the status with the 27 lawmakers? Are you bringing them in under your net?
Well, I said clearly in my interview yesterday, the whole world watched them decamp into the party. They are members of my party, and I'm going to invite them for the meeting on Thursday.
Okay, because
they are members of the party.
Because what the court said is that membership is not declared through publications and newspapers. It's done so by issuing membership cards. So are they now card-carrying members of APC? That's number one. And number two, are their seats now vacant, or are they preparing to go for election to win their seats back?
Well, when it comes to issue of election, they will go the process of buying forms, go into the process of nomination, and they'll go for general election. That is another phase altogether. It depends who wants to run the election as members of our party. Ticket is not just given to you by free. You must go to the process of it. Okay. And there's a process in this where you go to your ward and do all the necessary process, and probably you go to your local government. When you win the primary, then you can contest for election as assembly member.
Okay, Mr. Beke, whose script is Tony Okocha playing?
Is it a hidden script? He's
playing, no, tell me.
The script of the Honorable Minister for FCT.
He's playing
FCT Minister.
He's playing Yisom Wike's script?
He is. He's not a member of a party. Yes, he's playing the script.
Hang on a minute. What is
Wike's script?
Hang on a minute. What is Yisom Wike's script?
His script, he wants to hold PDP, he wants to hold APC in Rivers State.
To what end?
He's not a member of our party.
No, to what end do you think that is going to be?
He brought Tony Okocha, he brought the caretaker members.
So this is about Wike in the end. Do you think...
Yes, he's the one playing the script in Rivers State.
Do you think your judgment is also connected to the fact that you might be a stabilizing force for Fubara?
No. No.
Are you sure?
Everybody who knows me that I'm a man, when I decide to do... Yes, I'm not playing anybody's script. Anybody who knows me...
Are you sure you have no liaisons with Fubara?
I don't have any relationship with Fubara, governor of Rivers State.
What's your...
I'm not a member of PDP.
And I know, but what's your outlook on the injustices some people claim is being meted out on Fubara by Wike? Do you feel pained about it?
Well, I've said it time with that number. We are finished politics. We are talking about governance. Fubara is the governor of Rivers State. You can't have two governors in the state.
So you feel Wike has been unfair
in Rivers State, where the...
So you feel Wike has been unfair to Fubara
as governor of the state? For me, even though your own son, your biological son, you're given the position of governance, you should allow him to function as governor of the state. That's my position. As chairman of the party, you should allow me to function as chairman of the party. As a ward chairman, you function as the ward chairman of your party.
All right. Okay, so let's take it then.
You allow him to function as governor.
Okay, so allow the governor to function as governor. Politics aside, whether you're from the same party or not, things must be done properly, and the governor should be allowed to govern. Okay, so let me take it a step further. In his judgment,
yes.
The judge had talked about INEC's role in this, because the first question I asked you was how APC handled this. But they even accused INEC of seeing the legality play out and accepting the chairman of the caretaker committee. How do you think that has played out? Because INEC must have a role in all of this. If your party constitution was not respected or adhered to, then at least at that level, it ought to have been flagged. Why do you think nothing was done? Would you say INEC perhaps didn't discharge its duties properly?
Well, I don't want to really go to that route, because we all know what happened in Rivers State when it comes to issue of election. You know the position of INEC in Rivers State. And when INEC takes a particular position, there is something that they're working for a particular person. And what has happened, if you go to INEC in Abuja anywhere today, the name that is there as chairman of the party still remains Emeka Beke and his ESCO members. We have not had anything to do with INEC after the general election. And if the list that is sent to RIRSEC for the election, the name that is still there is the leadership of Emeka Beke as the chairman of the party. And that is where we are. I don't think INEC has conducted any election where I wasn't involved. when they set up the caretaker, as a law-abiding citizen of the country, I decided to go and find justice in the court. Today, the IPAC River State is meeting, and I'm going to attend the meeting as the chairman of the party. IPAC is an instrument, organs of the INEC. We're having a meeting today, and I'm going to attend that meeting as member of IPAC River State.
All right. Now that you've said that there's a bigger script at play in the state, of course, we've all been watching closely as developments unfold in River State. What do you think is the next action or the next thing that we should expect with regards to the script that you say is being played out? How are things being stabilized?
Well, like I said, right now, I've taken over the leadership of the party in the state. First, I'm going to make sure I stabilize the party in River State. I'm going to invite all the stakeholders, senators, former senators, and members of the National Assembly, former, and the leadership of the party, past governors and all that, and stakeholders of the party to stabilize the party. The most important thing we need to do right now is to stabilize people to go for election that is coming ahead of a couple of weeks in River State. We don't have seat in the government. We need to battle with the local government where we'll be able to get some seat to make sure our people can function very well. Then when you stabilize the party at that point, you can know exactly what to do. But for me, as a party member, I remain with All Progressive Congress. I will not leave the party. But I can tell you clearly, my position is that allow the governor to govern the state, to make sure the state is stabilized. Where the state is not stabilized, investors will not come to the state.
Okay, so will you be extending an olive branch to Tony Okocha in the spirit of stabilizing the state?
I've said it clearly. Even I spoke to their spokesman this morning, and I told him, look, what we're doing is politics. I know you're a genuine member of this party. Eric Wibani is a genuine, ran for election in this party under my leadership as House of Rep member. I'm going to extend hand of fellowship to all of them for us to build this party, to make sure this party is strong. Election will soon come in 2027, where we need to get a credible candidate. If my tenure finishes, they don't want me to come, I'll go back home. I'm not going to be a chairman of the party for the rest of my life.
Beke.
I need to grow.
Mr.
But
Beke.
let me serve my tenure off.
Mr. Beke, I'm shocked
Yes,
you've turned 360 just now. At first, you said you would not have anything to do with Tony, that Tony is not a member of the party. Now you're saying you extend olive branch to Tony. But I can see where your tedious lick is coming from. Are you an Rotimi Amechi man?
No. Why do you always...
hang on a minute. I'm asking a question. Are you a Rotimi Amechi man? Do you like Rotimi Amechi?
I will answer your question. I will answer your question.
I'll answer my question.
I will answer your question, Ruben.
Yes.
Ruben, I will answer your question.
No, I'm not Ruben. I'm
First,
Rufai. My name is Rufai. Rufai Hosseini. Yeah.
Okay, Rufai, please. First, Rufai, what I'm going to do, first, like you asked me, he has been a caretaker member or chairman of the party. He has come to the party. I'm going to invite him to join our meeting. To the other question you asked me, because he said, I need to rebuild everybody, I need to bring everybody to be on board. The other question he asked me, yes, the leadership of the party then was Rotimi is the leader of the party in the River State. And then he still remained the leader of the party in APC. Rotimi, I work with Rotimi. I won't come and deny. Rotimi is my boss and is my leader.
Okay, so this is Rotimi Amechi's script you're playing. And let me also extend the tedious link. Rotimi...
Well,
wait. Let me land, please, I beg you. Let me play a tedious script. It is for you to tell me my script is wrong. So Rotimi will probably side with a Fubara in this fight against his adversary Wike. Is that what is playing out?
First, if you know Rotimi very well, I believe you know Rotimi. Rotimi, if he's in a fight, you know he's in a fight. Rotimi does not have any link whatsoever with Simlaye Fubara, governor of River State. Find out.
So he's not...
They've never wanted me as governor.
He's not part of it, not at all. Is he in support of what you guys call this humiliation against Fubara then, if he's not with Fubara? Or is he against the humiliation of Fubara?
I can't speak for Rotimi because I can't. I can't speak
but Rotimi is your... You say Rotimi is your godfather here, right? Rotimi Amechi is your godfather, isn't it? Because you said he's your leader.
Rotimi is my boss.
He's your leader.
I'm not denying that fact that Rotimi is not my boss. I would never. But the truth about, I can tell you clearly, Rotimi has never had any audience for Bora as governor of Rivers State. Please find out, do your investigation.
Okay, it doesn't mean to have like to have an audience, but it's fine.
So two things. I think it's quite interesting that even though you say that Chief Okocha is a member of the SDP, you're willing to still bring him back to the APC. Is he also going to go through the process of now regularizing his membership of the APC? And then the second part of it would be...
He has to go back.
The second part of it would be, just very quickly, in an interview earlier this year with the radio station, you had said that the national leaders of the APC were purposely working against the APC in the state in alignment with their relationship with former Governor Nyesom Wike. What do you have to say about that? Now that you've been reinstated, are you going to work with the national leadership of the APC? How are you going to bridge that gap? Have things changed?
Well, I've already communicated to the leadership of the party. My lawyers are already on their way to Abuja to serve them the judgment. And definitely, I can't work alone. I can't work in isolation. I need to work with the leadership of the party. I can't work in isolation.
So do you still hold the view? Do you still hold the view that they're trying to dismantle the structure in the state in favor of Minister Nyesom Wike?
Well, what has happened right now clearly showed that the leadership of the party is Emeka Beke. When we get to the other phase, we know exactly what is going to play out.
Okay. Now, are there any clear lines with regards to PDP and the APC in Rivers State? Because it's all becoming a bit of a blur. Are there clear lines between the two parties, or are all the parties kind of, both parties just merging themselves into one?
Well, I don't know of that, but I can tell you that APC is APC. I will only talk about APC. I can't talk about any other political party. I don't know what is happening in their party. APC is one. Right now, we're going to unite everybody together. If my tenure finish and they say I should go, I'll go back home. But right now, I'm going to unite everybody together for APC in Rivers State.
Okay, after uniting them together, but you're going to stand in solidarity with the governor of the state, right? Because he's governor and politics is over.
Come again?
After uniting them, you're going to stand in solidarity with governor of the state, right?
Like I said earlier on, we're not talking about politics now, we're talking about governance. We have finished politics. When politics come, we'll start politics. But right now, we'll have a governor, we'll have one center, we'll have a president in the center. Everybody's working with the president, including the APC, PDP, Labour, everybody's working with the president to achieve the ultimate goal in this country. That's what they're doing right now.
So you're going to unite with, you're going to unite with the governor, to be able to make the state better, right?
Well, if you extend hand of fellowship to our party, definitely we'll have to work with him.
You will work with him?
Run after him to send a hand of fellowship.
I thought you were supposed to be an opposition to him.
If it's... No. Get my point, what I said there, please. Don't. What I said, the president is working both Labour, ABGA, governors. If the governor of the state extend hand of fellowship to my party, to other party, why will you? We need to develop the state. We can't continue fighting Rivers State. Rivers State is going back. We can't continue fighting. We need to develop the state.
All right.
Only one person will be governor at what?
No, are you saying Mr. Project didn't develop the state, Nyesom Wike? Are you saying he didn't do a lot of projects to set the state on the path of development?
I don't. He has finished his term as governor. We don't need to go back. We're talking about what Sibilaye Fubara is doing as governor of Rivers State.
All right, very quickly, before we let you go.
He has done his own part and he has gone.
All right, just before we let you go, the local government elections are coming up, like you mentioned, in a few weeks. Let's look forward. Now you've come in, you've been reinstated by the courts, and there's a lot of work to do. You yourself said that there's a lot of ground to cover for the APC in the state. What are some of the things you begin to do? What are the prospects of the APC? Are you ready for the elections in a few weeks?
Well, if you listen to what I said earlier, I said Thursday we're going to have a stakeholder meeting in Rivers State, where we invite leaders to attend the meeting. Then we'll take a step. I'm not going to be, I'll stay at the state chairman. The ward should go and get their candidates for the election. Get ready. They know who is going to, we'll allow everybody. It's going to be a level playground for everybody who wants to partake in that election. But we need to partake in that election. Let's tell ourselves the truth.
All right. Well,
being out of government, you know what it means.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Beke, and it's well within my right to say congratulations to you on this your legal victory, pending the challenge by Tony Okocha and his team to this your legal victory. Wish you the very best. Godspeed to you.